That's it. I'm live. My first unofficial live stream from a burner channel. And I guess we're gonna talk about cartoons. And my friend here, RJ, for whoever's
Hello.
watching, for whoever's watching live or through the replay. Oh, there's actually two people. Actually, wait, does that count as us or no?
That's a good question.
Because I'm not trying to get triggered or anything. I'm just saying. But yes, the topic is cartoons. It's supposed to be in general, just talking about like probably how cartoons are nowadays versus how they used to be, or are cartoons even better, or are they at the same level? Like what's happening right now with cartoons? Do people even care? Because when it comes to numbers now, TV is dying. It is a dying media. Everything's almost streaming now. Even the best of shows get ruined because of how kids are nowadays with tablets and stuff like that. And recently, I don't know if you watched Infinity Train, but that show got canceled, and I was so mad when it got canceled.
Yeah, they were trying to do what was it, 5 seasons, 6 seasons, and then it got
Eight.
abruptly ended. Oh, 8 seasons.
There's
Okay.
Yeah, and they only did four. Yeah, but yeah, it's just that how the world how stuff is now. It really is just sad that the good cartoons get canceled and the bad ones get more seasons. It really is a shame. Um, but yeah, when it comes to cartoons, what's going on with you right now? What are you watching?
Well, if I can get my thing out, I could show you real quick, because I have not really shown anyone this. But I am a big fan of some of the Disney stuff that's been out lately. So, hold up. So, I got Boom. I don't know if you can see
Oh,
that.
the Owl House. Yeah, the good posters.
Yeah, and I got some Amphibia posters right there, too.
Amphibia, I love that show too. Yeah, good shows. Something about it too is time really goes by so quick. It's like because how when it comes to Disney, they usually just do like at least 4 seasons and that's it. And Amphibia is just what season is it now? Three?
Yeah, I think it's on season 3, so it's probably only gonna get
Yeah,
one more season after this. I hope
yeah. And
not,
if
but they have a rule where it's always only 4 seasons.
yeah, it felt like just yesterday when that show was greenlit, and now we're not gonna get it anymore. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on Owl House season 2 though. I don't know when that's coming, but
Yeah. Owl House season two. Yeah, I always said it too. I prefer the Owl House more than Amphibia because for me, I had to catch up because with season three, I was just not taking my time watching any of it. I was like, I don't feel like watching it right now, and then I had to watch mad episodes in a row. But that's how I feel. I don't know if you think the one's better than the other, or you're both equal.
it's hard because there's such different shows. Amphibia is more episodic. It's more just like a traditional cartoon with like a couple lore and story episodes thrown in during the season. Meanwhile, Owl House is still episodic, but it feels like every episode is a story episode in a way. Like it's a lot more lore focused, and the episodes are longer. Amphibia's cut into like two short episodes by like 11 minutes. Owl House is like 24 minutes each episode. So I don't know. I mean, like I said, for me, they're just such different shows. I don't really compare them. I guess if I had to pick, I think I'd pick the Owl House. But the thing is with the Owl House, the first season's pretty good, but I don't think it found its strides until like the second half of it. Amphibia, I think, has been more consistently good since the beginning, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I can feel you. Something about it too is actually when I remember. I think it was one day that Infinity Train, Amphibia, and Owl House all had episodes the same day, and then people were debating on Twitter. I remember it was one of those big cartoon YouTubers. They were saying Owl House is. I think they said Owl House is better than Amphibia or something like that. Like better than all the cartoons that are going on right now. And I said, what about? I said Infinity Train's better than all of them put together. And then I started having a debate with them on Twitter. I was like, damn,
Yeah,
it's not that serious. It's just cartoons.
yeah, I know. There's some crazy people in the cartoon fandom, man.
Yeah. Something I can appreciate is because they don't do this anymore with in terms of, and I'm thinking in general with Cartoon Network with that 11-minute format. I remember how cartoons always used to be 22 minutes, and that's something that's way like when it came to Infinity Train, people were saying if it's not 22 minutes, then what's the point? Because you can flesh out the story. So much of the shows could have benefited more if they were longer. And like stuff like Adventure Time, regular shows, Steven Universe, you could did way more, character development and whatever. But so that's what I can appreciate with Disney. Even though sometimes, there's in my opinion, even though we're only talking about cartoons, the sitcoms are kind of garbage now. I can appreciate the 22-minute format.
I just realized too, freaking DuckTales ended. They ended, yeah. So
yeah,
that was a big show for Disney. Now that's over, and Big Hero 6 ended. I have not watched Big Hero 6 though, so I don't know if that was any good. But I know Big Hero 6 ended.
Yeah. That, like I'm saying, that
I don't know what it is. Like they're obsessed with 4 seasons, and that's over.
Yeah, that 4-season rule. If you didn't know, actually, they did bend the knee for it once. When it came to Kim Possible. If you knew what happened, because they were like, the show was so popular that people were like, no, we had to have another season.
Even though they did the movie and the last season ended the story, they're like, no, you get one more season. Like
yeah,
happened with Legend of Korra, because Korra was supposed to be a one and done season, like a limited run, and they're like, no, that's pretty popular. You get 3 more seasons.
But remember, they did Korra dirty, because remember the I think the last final episodes of the last season, they put it up on the website. It didn't air it on the channel.
That was during book 3. They started book 3. The end of book 3, they did it all online on the app, and then season 4 was exclusively online, which I found was really stupid.
Yeah, they did that show dirty. I get it that it's not as popular as Avatar, but those showrunners, they made you guys a lot of money with Avatar, and to show that much disrespect. And look, I know people get mad at this when you mention it, that Korra is not as good as Avatar. In my opinion, it isn't, but like I can still appreciate what they did. They had to create everything from scratch all over again. They couldn't really, but yeah, they couldn't.
But now Nickelodeon's actually interested in Avatar again. They're opening up their own studio. They're saying we're going to do theatrical movies, TV shows, web series, everything. So now they care. Now it's like, hey, we're in on this.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we're getting too much exposure, especially with the showrunners left the Netflix show. I don't know how that's going to turn out. Live
action show on Netflix is going to be hot garbage.
Are you sure?
If Netflix was smart, they would cancel it.
I don't know, because they were developing it for a while, so I'm not sure.
I don't care. They should just cancel it anyway. It's going to be hot garbage. A lot of stuff they're saying about it, like they're changing the ages of certain characters. Like Aang is going to be like 10 or 11. Katara is going to be like 16, 17. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Katara is going to be the older sibling. Sokka's going to be the younger. It's like, what are you doing? Like, you're ruining the character dynamics already.
Yes, I remember. I made some videos about it. Something about Avatar, and I keep, you know that video I have that has right now is almost at 24,000 views. I just reported on it. I did not say it was a fact that we're gonna get on the 22nd that we're gonna get a limited series, and because of that, people have been coming at me crazy because of it. And I was like, look, I just reported on it. I know you guys are mad.
It wasn't your fault that it was so vague. Nobody knew what it was. They said, hey, a new series is starting on the 22nd on the YouTube channel.
And it ended up being a clip show, so I was like, damn, that's dirty. but yes, just going to the top in the Avatar, I'm happy because I felt like Avatar. Look, like I'm saying, we all have to admit, Korra is definitely not Avatar's last airbender. And the fact that we're gonna and look, I think they even teased it. The voice actress teased it. That might be some more Korra down with Avatar Studios now. So I think I'm glad that
I definitely think Korra's coming back in some way.
Yeah. I'm glad that they can tell more of her story, especially like it's not gonna be limited to just one person. It's gonna be multiple stuff. So you'll probably see some more stuff with Aang, her, and probably even the new Avatar, or back then with the other avatars too. So I think that's good enough.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, so let's see. I'm trying to think what else I could talk about. Because to be honest, I could just shit on cartoons all day. I love them. So something about cartoons, I always said it too, that sometimes they don't feel like they really teach you anything anymore, like life lessons or stuff like that. And you like coming out of them, you don't really learn anything anymore. Now it's just all about the comedy, all about the I call it cute humor. But I don't know. What's your opinion on that?
I mean, there's still some garbage cartoons out there. I mean, I mean, there's some like really bad ones that I feel like are just like, I mean, like they're really low common denominator stuff for like little kids, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I will say, like, I think there's more diamonds in the rough than I don't know. Like for every like Thundercats roar, there's still an Adventure Time, Distant Lands. You know, there's still stuff coming out that's really good and positive, but I don't know.
Yeah, something about Adventure Time. This is Lands. I only seen like the first episode of that series. I haven't seen the rest. But look, it was actually a surprise that they actually brought it back that quickly after it's been like it was like a year after it ended. So I was like, oh, it's whatever. That means they're probably open to bring back other shows on HBO Max. Like I'm just like for example, like regular show. I would like to see like another special or something of it.
No, no, for sure, for sure. I mean, yeah. Can we talk about Thundercats roar for a moment though? How god awful that was.
Uh, yeah, go ahead. Something more. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not. When my knowledge of Thundercats is not that
Well, actually,
vague.
instead of Thundercats, can we talk about Teen Titans Go? And now Cartoon Network won't stop milking that thing.
It's the only. Yeah, we'll talk about it right now. But the only reason why they do that is because look, despite how much we hate it, I am gonna use this phrase, even though you'll probably get triggered. It's not made for us.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's not made for us, but it's like this. I don't know, man. It's like it's weird because I like the movie that came out,
Yeah, I like it too.
but the show itself is like, ugh. Which
But
sucks.
that's
I love the voice actors. It's the same voice actors from the 2003 show. And I know it's not for me. It's a different kind of show, but I don't know.
yes. It's just that it's easier to make shows like that too. Flash animation and stuff like that is cheap, and it's plus the format. Like I'm saying, just jokes and jokey jokes and stuff like that. It's easy, and that despite what we say about it, it gets good ratings. It does. So kids don't care as long as you're just seeing goofy humor. That's all they care about nowadays. It's a real storytelling.
Yeah.
But yes, I do remember when they had that crossover, and people were calling it too, saying, "Watch them have a crossover with Thundercats Roar." And I haven't seen one episode of Thundercats Roar, but I'm pretty sure didn't it get canceled or anyway.
Yeah, I think it got canceled really quickly. Like I don't even think it got a second season.
Yeah, and I remember that crossover. They made fun of the old fans too, the fans of the original, and then the fans of the 2011 reboot. I think that's when it came
Mm,
out.
which is like, yeah, you should never dedicate episodes to like, making fun of your fans.
Yeah, T Titans Go does that a lot.
Yeah.
Like when they had that episode where it was just a voiceover of original Teen Titans episode, that got me so mad.
Well, that was the point, man. That's what they wanted to do. It's just like, ugh.
And
Yeah,
then
all those
when
resources go to that.
but it makes sense. If you notice, the animation styles, almost all of them are just either the same with the cow art style or 2D flash animation. I mean, it's easy to make. You can drop it out quickly. It's just how it is. Some shows are looking the same now. Shows are feeling the same. It's not like almost everything in Cartoon Network now. They started going into like going back to little kids stuff like preschool stuff. I was like, guys, what's the point? What happened to back then? Where it could be a comedy show, action show, a show that's kind of more adult themed. Like they don't have that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's interesting, and I think the streaming wars are really going to benefit cartoons in a lot of ways. Some bad ways too. I mean, I think Netflix is bringing back a lot of the classic like '90s Nicktoons, for example. I think Paramount Plus, like I said, they're investing in Avatar Studios. I think that's going to be pretty big for them.
Mm-hmm.
Disney. I mean, they haven't really done a lot with Disney Plus original shows yet, but we're getting that new Pixar cartoon, so that should be interesting. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. The future is definitely gonna be interesting. That's what I'll say.
Yes. All three of them are taking advantage of it with Nickelodeon and Paramount, and even with Netflix when they do some of when the movies are specials. Disney with Disney Plus and Cartoon Network with HBO Max. It's just, and I am looking for more of the Disney side. 'Cause Disney has lots of stuff planned. Like I definitely want to see that Monsters Inc. show that they're gonna have the sequel to the
Oh yeah, that's
original.
right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And it's a shame though, cause I definitely wanted Monsters Inc. too. When Monsters University came out, I was so heartbroken. I was like, "What's the
Yeah.
point of this?"
Well, you know what's funny? Even though Monsters University isn't what anybody wanted, if you just go in and
Yeah,
watch it for what it is, it's actually a pretty good college movie. Like it's actually like Pixar's version of like, Animal House or something. It's their version of like a college film, which is really interesting. Like it's actually a lot better than people give it credit for. It's just that it's not what people wanted, and some aspects of it aren't that great. But I don't know. I still kind of enjoy it for what it is.
yeah, yeah. So I can appreciate it for what it is, and it definitely made a lot of money too, because people were probably even though the title says it all, people were probably expecting a sequel. But yes, Disney Plus brought a lot of stuff back. They brought back Phineas and Ferb. They brought back I'm hoping they can bring back Gravity Falls. So people, that was the main one that people think might come back, and there were some teases about it, but I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen though because Alex Hertz is doing stuff with the Netflix, I believe. So I mean,
Yeah,
never say
yes, I know.
never, but I
Hmm.
mean, actually, no,
It is.
They should bring back Kim Possible. I mean, why not at this point?
They already
Screw the
did.
live action TV stuff on Disney Channel. Bring back the actual cartoon.
I there's a possibility that's. I mean, they're bringing back Proud Family, and that shit ended a long time ago.
Yeah, I forgot about Proud Family. Yeah, we haven't heard much about that at all.
Yeah, I made a video a couple of weeks ago when they showed like the character how they're gonna look, the images and stuff like that. I was like, oh, it doesn't look that bad. But yes, I can. That show ended a long time ago, and the fact that they're bringing that back says they care.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I guess they didn't care that much about Lizzie McGuire though, but that's another topic. Yes, they're just bringing back a lot of shows. Proud Family, Phineas and Ferb. That makes me think, what else can they bring back? 'Cause there's lots of shows I would actually like to see continued. Even shows in the '90s that people aren't they bringing back. I never watched this show, but I know people were talking about it. I think it was called Darkwing Duck. They're bringing that back on Disney Plus.
oh yeah. The rumor was because Darkwing did appear in the Ducktales reboot. They were like setting up some
Hmm.
seeds for that. There have been rumors that maybe they'll do a new Darkwing Duck series, which I would love if they did, but I'll have to wait and see.
Yes. Look. It just there's so much possibilities. I think Disney's history of this Disney Channel alone, all the stuff they can bring back, I don't know what their plan is, but I do have faith that these shows can be like I'm saying, their specials when it came Phineas and Ferb special. I never thought that. First of all, I never thought I was to see that show ever again, and the fact that we got a movie, and I liked it. Some people were complaining that they were like, "What's the point of this?" It's just the show ended in a positive way. What's the point of doing this off story that's not going to really lead into anything? But I thought it was good.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So let's see what else I can talk about. Cause look, I can talk about this all day, but I'm not gonna drag this out that long. But let me think. Let's see the let me see. I talked about the formats. I talked about the animation styles. I talked about let's see the can't let's see this I had some good topics too. I never had this plan, so I will apologize for that because it really is.
It was off the cuff, you know.
Yeah, I just
Make sure you sub and to this burner channel, and make sure
no,
it'll
no,
make
no,
Eddie
no, no, no,
very
no, no, no,
happy.
no. I don't know. I'll get mad if that happens. But yeah, the streaming wars. Let's talk about the streaming wars. So obviously, and COVID played a big part of it, even though it was already a big part of it before. But COVID definitely elevated when it came to TV. Not all of them, but yeah, TV show ratings, numbers have been going up, and obviously with streaming, Netflix was definitely happy with their numbers. But
Yeah.
despite some big controversies with a certain movie that came out, if you know what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
But yes, HBO Max, Disney Plus, and Netflix, Paramount, even Paramount. I am interested with the content they're gonna bring out, like the
Yeah.
iCarly and everything else.
I mean, I am interested. I mean, Netflix is interesting. They have a lot of great animation stuff. Like they got like Castlevania, Blood of Zeus. They got Disenchanted and the Dragon Prince. Even though that ended, HBO Max. They got most of their animation stuff that I'm interested in is the DC stuff. Like I love the Harley Quinn show. I love Young Justice is obviously big for them. And I think Disney's just the one that's like kind of like the last holdout for streaming stuff, but I think that's mostly because they still have those cable like their cartoons, their new ones air on cable TV still.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean they go to streaming once the seasons end, but I mean, you know, they're not making anything like original yet. Honestly, I think Disney should bring back like do what Netflix and Paramount are doing, where like they're bringing back some of their older shows and giving them like revivals. Because, you know, we got the Hey Arnold special and all this and that. They should bring back Gargoyles and Darkwing Duck or that kind of stuff. I think a Gargoyles reboot would be legit.
Yeah, I could see that happening, and you're actually right. So far, I haven't seen an original cartoon yet. All of them are just revivals and specials. I haven't seen one thing that's original, but I think there probably is something there. It's just that people aren't just ready to put them out on Disney Plus yet. But when it comes to um like I always say, yeah, it takes months just to make like one episode of a cartoon. So
Well, speaking of cartoons, there's some breaking news. So, an animated sequel series to the Flintstones is in the work at Fox. It will be set 20 years after the events of the original series, with Elizabeth Banks set to voice an adult Pebbles Flintstone. So they're bringing back the Flintstones for Fox.
yeah, I actually did see that a little bit ago, and I was surprised. I was like, on Fox? Why is it on Fox though? Wouldn't it be? Isn't that don't? I know that's part of the Hanna Barbera stuff. Isn't that part of like Warner Brothers? So shouldn't it be like on HBO Max or something?
I honestly could not tell you because rights issues like that are very weird. It's probably a case of like TV rights, like syndication rights, maybe. I couldn't tell you to be honest with you.
But yes, this is on Fox. I guess it's being a little bit more adult themed, right?
Yeah, you know, it's gonna look like Family Guy. It'll be like
Okay.
exactly like every other Fox show.
um, talking about adult cartoons, just to go in that way, I think, in my opinion, I think like adult cartoons aren't really what they used to be. Like even with the point of them is supposed to be comedy as well. But to see the old episodes of the other Simpsons, Family Guy, or whatever, and tell me you won't prefer them than how they're going right now.
Yeah, I mean, this might be a hot take, but I think a lot of modern adult cartoons suck. I think because they focus too much on comedy. You know, you get stuff like BoJack Horseman, which focuses more on drama and actually having like a message and really trying to be philosophical in a way. And then you get like 80 different Family Guy clones on Netflix or like on cable TV. That's why I enjoy the Harley Quinn show as much as I do because even though it is violent and funny and it's like a lot of adult humor, it actually does try to tell a story. There are emotional beats to it. It's actually a little more sophisticated than other adult cartoons out at the time. You know, I think we need more BoJack Horseman's and Harley Quinns and less 80 different Family Guy knockoffs. You know.
I can agree, and people are saying that, and I agree too to this statement that people have been claiming about Netflix adult themed cartoons that they're not good.
Oh no, they're horrible. Yeah, they're horrible.
But yes, it's just that back to give them credit, it comes to the conclusion that when you run stuff out for so long, then obviously they run out of ideas. They don't know what to do anymore. But I'm just saying, if you don't have anything, I get it. The money is good. Obviously, these people get paid because these shows have been on for years. I'm just saying, there's nothing left to tell. Like just jokes that shouldn't be there, or just making episodes that don't really make sense to the general idea of what these shows used to be back then, telling us that yes they were funny, yes, but they're funny, but they also told us, they were able to teach us lessons. Just look back at the Simpsons about family and making the right choices, despite all the funny stuff they would have there. Even with Family Guy, despite how crazy it was, they taught us stuff too. They might have been over the top. At least they taught us something.
Yeah.
But but yeah, it happens. It happens. It happened to Adventure Time. It happened to regular show. It happened to Fairly Odd Parents. When you drag something out for so long, it gets stale.
No, for sure, for sure.
That's how I always said. And look, it attributes to the streaming. I mean, not streaming the TV ratings. It's just compare all those shows how with the ratings back then and then how they are now. And to take account regular show and Adventure Time towards their endings, how they were before to how they are towards towards the end of those shows.
I mean, I enjoyed them from their entire runs. I mean, I didn't have an issue with the Adventure Time finale. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a perfect ending to the show. So, I mean, that is always a concern when shows go on for so long. It's like, do they lose their luster after a while? They're not as good anymore. I mean, that's always a concern when shows go on for as long as they do. You know, Simpsons, SpongeBob. You know, some people are like, "Oh, just end the show. It's not as good anymore." Even though I think SpongeBob, in a way, is like been getting a lot more creative with their animation, which is decent. Simpsons, though, Simpsons needs to end. Just end the Simpsons already.
Something about SpongeBob too. And look, I am one of these people. The first three seasons are the best ever of quality cartoon television, and then I think post movie, the first movie, that's when the change happened. It's like, what the hell is this? This is SpongeBob. But yeah, it's something about it too. When they last when they drag them on, the networks start not to care anymore either. You seen it with regular show and Adventure Time. The marketing, they don't market the shows. You know how this all the ratings, the shows, and all the popularity. It's because of those two shows. Talking back about Cartoon Network now. Those shows got them so much ratings and popularity with how Cartoon Network was dying until those two shows came to help save them. That and Amazing World Gumball. And then because they were just, I get it, kids just like that type of goofy humor now. But I'm just saying, I was noticing it back then too, with all these content creators on YouTube making videos about it, saying that Cartoon Network don't care about these shows anymore. And it makes sense. So how the fuck do you air Adventure Time on a Sunday in the morning? You know that's crazy. On Sundays, you can't air Adventure Time on Sundays.
Yeah.
But it is ridiculous how it will happen to any show too. Despite it happens to Steven Universe, the same thing. They were just, I think that when it came to that show, despite how vastly popular that show was, they just wanted it to not drag out, but they just wanted to air all the episodes. A good example, actually scratch that. A good example, and I think you'll agree with that. What it did to the final season of Star versus the Forces of Evil.
Oh yeah, it was bad. It ended pretty bad, yeah. Which is just
they just wanted to air all the episodes out. They did not every day I think they were airing like 4 or 2 episodes.
Yeah,
they just
the way
wanted
they
that show
treated
to end.
at the end was pretty bad, yeah. And the final season as well, like just creatively wasn't as strong as the rest of the show.
Yeah, they just wanted to end that show. And look, when it comes to the finale, I in my head I was like, it is what it is. I enjoyed it. I know there was some criticism that people were saying. I mean, it's the same thing will be said for Steven Universe Future or Venture Time's finale. Just just let them have that ending they had, and just we're never going to see them. We're never going to see these shows again in that type of form. So you might as well just enjoy it, I guess. That's my take. But yeah, they the disrespect is real. And look, like I'm saying, these shows, some of these channels have no respect for their history at all. But all the shows from the 90s, the early 2000s, all three of them have had great shows, and just people. And that's something I should talk about too. When it comes to rerunning these shows, they do not care about these shows to air reruns at all, especially
Yeah. I mean,
Cartoon
that's why
Network.
they had Nicktoons. Remember they had Nicktoons and Boomerang, which were supposed to be the rerun channels. Now that's not even what they do anymore.
Yeah,
It's just
people hardly
reruns of
watch.
shows that you could watch on Nick, like newer cartoons.
Yeah,
That's why I love Nicktoons, because Nicktoons had always had the older stuff. Like I could rewatch, old episodes of Rugrats or SpongeBob or Ren and Stimpy or Rocko's Modern Life. And now you can't even do that anymore.
yeah, yes, I agree. When Nickelodeon just airing SpongeBob like a mother effort, on Cartoon Network, Teen Titans Go like a mother effort, and Disney Channel, I don't even bother looking at what
Well,
they're
Disney
rerunning
Channel
too much.
mostly airs a lot of live action stuff. They still do air their cartoons, just like, live action stuff takes a little bit of a priority.
Yeah, actually, scratch that because Disney the opposite. They should the way Disney is. Just think of Disney, you think of cartoons, and the fact that they had to. And look, no offense, I'm just saying that the fact that you're airing your good cartoons on Disney XD is some fucked up shit, in my opinion.
Yeah. Although they've been
Um,
doing less of that lately, I will say. Like a lot, like I know Owl House and Amphibia only air on the Disney Channel. Disney
mhm.
XD gets more so the action stuff, like the Marvel cartoons and that sort of thing.
But I remember from because I remember they did it with Star a couple times, and then they did it with Gravity Falls. I was like, it is what it is. What it is, I guess. If you don't want to air it on Disney Channel, even though it doesn't make sense because your whole branding is it's animation, and you guys they hardly even bother airing cartoons. I get it. The sitcoms are when you think there's a debate to what was better, the sitcoms or the cartoons? I'm just saying, well, in my opinion, both of them can match each other perfectly. That's what it's all about. Except for Cartoon Network, they better stop with that. That because CN Rio did not work in the mid 2000s, and that's don't even don't. When I heard that, I was like, don't even bother. I definitely won't even watch it even more less than I actually do it now.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, what was it called? Do what would happen? Destroy, build, destroy. Oh my gosh, what the hell,
Well, apparently
Cartoon
Cartoon
Network?
Network is bringing back live action shows now, even though it completely flopped back in 2009, 2010. So get ready for that.
Yeah, but that and preschool. That's the reason why people were complaining that Cartoon Network died back then until they had to bring out shows like Adventure Time, Regular Show, Amazing World Gumball, and Steven Universe. Those are the shows that saved Cartoon Network after seeing Real. That's why I think didn't that guy leave too, the president after seeing Real. But yes, it's whatever. Like it's just a shame that how the cartoons were back then and how they are now. That I'm saying the people, kids aren't stupid. Kids want good storytelling. They want character development. They like action still. Not everything has to be humor. Not goof. And I'm not talking about like goofy action like Teen Titans Go or Thundercats Go. I'm saying good storytelling. Like look at the shows that used to be on Cartoon Network. Stuff like Great Adventures of Billy and Mandy that lots of adult humor and dark humor worked. Codename Kids Next Door, Samurai Jack will always it's action. Stuff like that was Ben 10 had amazing action back then.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
Generator Rex,
just compare the original Ben 10 to the current reboot.
they
That
didn't
says
cancel it.
all.
I think they canceled it.
Did they cancel it?
I think they did.
I mean, I wouldn't be
That's
surprised.
Yeah, I don't know about the Powerpuff Girls show either. I don't know if they canceled that shit yet. The one on Cartoon Network.
I hope they did, because it's horrible.
Yeah, because we're getting those new ones on CW.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Look, if it ends up being bad, I have no problem talking shit about it. If it's bad, I don't have no problem. But yeah, it's just they think kids are ignorant to stuff like this. I see it all the time. I said it revolves around the theme of re-airing the old shows. If you do that, kids will be more engaged. Why do you think their numbers suck? Because they'd rather air the cartoons that people don't care about than the cartoons that was. If you air any of those shows I mentioned on the main channel, instead of airing them on Boomerang or whatever, kids will be like, "Whoa, what the hell is this? Is this a new show? I have to see what this is about." And then since obviously everything was already set with those shows, you can just keep airing the episodes to keep kids engaged. But they don't want to do that. They say it all the time when it comes to the executives at at the network, they say look, we just these are the shows we're confident in, and we know what kids want. Obviously they look like idiots when they say that, but that's what they say. These shows are made for them, and sometimes teens and stuff like that. But that's more Adult Swim. Yes, even though animation is for everyone, that's what they say. They're marketed for little kids. We're not gonna air, we're not gonna be really diverse about our cartoons. That's just how the format is now. And I was like, oh my gosh, f all of you.
Yeah. Well, this has been an interesting discussion.
Yeah, because it's more of a frustration than a discussion. It's like me coming out with my problems with all these channels. To be
Yeah.
honest with you,
There are a lot of issues for sure, for sure.
yeah, it's just laying out the rage. But I think because this is the context of talking about cartoons. I'm not going to drag it out that much, but I think I'll probably just leave it off here. Just there's nothing really else. It just really it was more of me just talking about what I had issues with and how. Cause look, I'll say it right now before I really do end it. Like, the conclusion of everything, just look, streaming works, but also basic cable stuff like that, airing on the actual on TV, it still works. I get it that TV is dying, but look, I think if the content was more better, it could balance it out more. Yes, streaming and then that, but they don't care. They just want everything on streaming. Look at Cartoon Network. They during Comic Con, I think they announced like 7 shows, and all of them went to HBO Max to Cartoon Network. And I was like, in my head, I was like, guys, I get it. I mean, yeah, some of them were little kid shows, but still, like that, you're not gonna expand anything. People are gonna say, where are the new shows at? And then it's like they're forcing them on purpose just to go on either the Cartoon Network app or something or HBO Max. It's just like, what are you guys doing? How are you supposed to build up your brand? Like, because look, all 3 of those shows are probably their numbers probably suck, and it's crazy how the resorts are just not caring anymore. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah. I will say to end this, I am excited for like the future of certain things. I think Avatar Studios should be pretty exciting. The developments over there, I'm very interested in. Owl House season 2, I'm interested in. Amphibia season 3, I need to actually watch it. I'll probably just watch it when it all comes out on Disney Plus. Is it season 3 or season 2? I think it's season
Which
2
one?
actually.
Amphibia? I
I think
I, I don't I
I
don't
think it's
know.
I
I
think
think
it's season 2. I don't think it's season 3. I think it's season 2.
well,
I
it's
could be
definitely
wrong though.
it's definitely towards the end of the season already.
Yeah, the finale airs this weekend, I believe, for
Mm-hmm.
the season. So I'm interested in that Owl House season 2. Like I said, I don't know when it's coming, pandemic and all that, but I hope it comes out sooner rather than later. But I think there's a bright future on right now. I think streaming is definitely going to help out a lot to diversify stuff and bring great entertainment. If that makes sense.
No, it does make sense, and like I'm saying, look, I still love cartoons, even the ones I don't like. I still love them somehow. In my like stuff like Teen Titans Go and stuff like that, I can see the value in it, even though sometimes I don't really mess with it that much. But yes, streaming will help. Too bad it didn't help Infinity Train, but I'm not trying to be negative about it. I'm just saying, um, but I do have faith that all three of these streaming channels platforms can help in the future of to bring out more awareness to animation. 'Cause yes, animation is a art form. People keep denying it, but it is. They can craft out amazing stories that will make you cry, make you happy, make you sad. And I hope I hope all three platforms can bring out cartoons or specials or movie, even movies in that level.
No, for
But yeah,
sure, for sure.
yeah. But I guess that's it. Whoever's watching this, I'm just saying right now, please don't subscribe. Please don't turn on notifications. This channel is a dead channel. Don't do it.
It's only a
This is
burner
a
until Eddie can stream on the main channel.
this is a burner channel. Please don't do it. I saw one already. If you're the guy that's watching this, please just unsub. I'm saying it right now. Unsub from me. 'Cause I will put this up on my main one. But yes, I'll end it here saying that it is what it is, and please don't sub, and please don't sub.
All right, see you guys later.